It's Saturday out here, the 27th of July at the Beetle Barn, and it looks like we got a bunch of stuff here. Honda parts, chainsaw that may or may not need work. I don't know where these came from, probably Oregon Guy 302. Anyway, oh, a little RC car toy there. Looks like it might be fun. Anyway, I got a box full of stuff here. My rabbit truck, I worked on it, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I put a new steering column in it. Maybe I'll throw that video up. Anyway, I got a box full of stuff here. I got struts, lower control arm bushings, and ball joints. And I'm fixing to, today, rebuild a couple of struts. And if I have any lower control arms and just laying around in a pile here, I'll rebuild those, put the bushings on before I rip my truck apart. That way I'm not without the truck in the meantime. Get the struts and control arm bushings hopefully rebuilt, and then I can just swap them out. I don't know if I have any control arms laying in piles, but we'll see. I should have some struts around here. I'm going to go dig those out. Well, digging back here in the pile a little bit, and got a strut sticking out right there, and another one laying back in there, back in the pile. And then on top of that, I see a couple of control arms. Have to pull them out, see how bent they are. I do not have a rabbit around here that doesn't have a dent or two in the control arms, and that's just kind of the way they are. I don't know. So we'll pull them out, see if they look reasonable. And if they do, I'll check out the rubbers that are on them. I may end up just leaving them. They're in the pile because they're probably good, but we'll see. I've got the parts, so I may replace them. Or I may just slam those used ones in for now and keep my good stuff in case I want to put it on something else. But we'll see. Alright, well, here's what we got. We got a pair of struts here. And these here, judging by the looks of them, are from the 77 over here, the old 77 Rabbit. Because I replaced the struts on it, front struts, and I think what I did is I took a pair out of the pile that were in good shape and just put them on there. And these, I think, are the ones I took off, because as I recall, the backing plate was missing on one side, just rusted off of there, and the other one is just trashed. And I'm pretty sure these came off that 77. So what I'll do is I don't need the spindle part. I just need the upper part, the strut part. So I'll go ahead and rebuild that pair there. Put in some new strut cartridges. And then in the pile I found these A-arms. These lower control arms, and they look to be in a lot better shape than what's on the truck. All the rubbers look to be really good. They're not rotten, they're very tight, and the ball joints, they're tight, there's no play in them. They feel nice and smooth, and the rubbers are in good shape, so they're still in good shape. And this is all original, you know, German stuff, so you know, I'd rather put that back in, being as they're in good shape. And I'll just save my parts for another day. It's not like I don't have a few rabbits around here, so I'm sure I'll use them at some point. They're all the same. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and probably put these A-arms on that truck just the way they are. Maybe clean them a little bit. And then I'll go ahead and put some new strut cartridges in here. I got some, I don't know, KYBs, gas type. And then also on these strut deals, if I can get my camera off here without throwing it on the floor. There we go. Sorry about that. But on the upper end of these guys, the upper strut rod bushings here, these guys here are both of them pretty loose. You can hear that. There's always a little bit of looseness in them, even brand new, but these are pretty well hammered and all done. That one's really bad. And I just happen to have a pair of those in a box over there, so I'll go ahead and replace all that stuff. And yeah, then I can just pull that truck in here and change all that out, look for anything else that might be bad under there. Tie rod ends or whatever off the rack, I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe that'll cure my vibration and stuff. But I don't eat tires up, but it vibrates at between 50 and 57 miles an hour about, which is obnoxious, you know, cruising around through town on the freeway. So anyway, I'll tear these apart and go after it. I don't know whether this is American or metric, so I brought both sets. Try an American one, and we'll figure out which one is going to fit here. Okay, that's the one. That's the way it should be. So. Make sure you're hooked up on your spring pretty good. Okay, I took a little bit of it off right here, so put the one on the other side. Do it again. Yeah, I don't put too much on these, just enough to get it apart. There we go. Now look here. Okay, so we got all that business apart. Well, trip to the parts store, I got the correct upper mounts, front upper mounts, and the appropriate bushings. So we should be good to go. I do have an issue though. When I climbed in the car, I put the bushings in my pocket, and oh, here we go. There we go. Got the bushings. So we ought to be good to go. Be able to rebuild this front strut here with the new stuff and get it all ready to go, put in the truck. So I guess that's what I'll do. Well, hopefully we got the right tools for the job here. I may end up having to actually tip this sideways to get it loose, because I may just rotate the vise here, but we'll see. Get this cap off of here. It's just going to rotate the vise, so just my mounting situation here, hopefully, a little bit. Hopefully. Actually, I've used heat on these in the past upon occasion. Anyway, I hope I don't need to today. Got it on there correctly. I got her. Yeah, the new one comes with a new cap here, so I have one put on there. Go ahead and tip this up because I have an idea. It's going to have some oil in it. Most probably. And I don't want to dump that all over the place, so. Not too bad, a little bit in the bottom. So, we'll put the new stuff on here and put it back together. We'll go and scrap. Although sometimes I do actually keep the old struts and I cut it open, take this rod out, and then you can make a nice hardened punch out of that, or a drift, or whatever you want to make it. It's good hardened steel and makes for a good pound on it kind of a deal. Pour this down the oh, nice, nothing in the bottom there. Well, I guess while I'm at it here, I need to put in my disclaimer. I am not a mechanic. I'm just doing this because I'm poor and I got to do it myself. So, yeah. Anyway, so if anybody's looking for a lesson here, the lesson is get a good education so you can get a good job and you can pay people to do this kind of crap. Then you don't have to. Of course, if you had a lot of money, you probably wouldn't be driving an old Volkswagen Rabbit anyway. But anyway, that's what you can learn here. What do we have down in there? The new one. Alright, we got that thing together here. We got this nut on here. I guess we'll call it damn tight. And it'll be fine. So I got to reverse the procedure now. And put on some new parts. So I got, instead of that big rubber accordion, I got this guy here. It's a plastic cup here that goes inside this little rubber booty. Well, we got some struts here with new cartridges in them now. And I got the old spindles taken off. So I guess clean up my mess a little bit here and bring that truck around. And battery level's low.